Hi guys, today we're looking at fully funded PhD scholarship at the number one university in Wales, Scotland. Now, Scotland is also in the UK, and we're going to be looking at fully funded PhD scholarship at Cardiff University. Now, watch to the end of this video. I'm going to be dropping a tip at the end of this video to help you with your application to this program. Now, I realize that a lot of people do not know how to apply for PhD studentship. And my previous video, I always, in my previous videos on PhD studentship, I worked with the knowledge, or I made the video with the knowledge that people had an idea of what PhD studentship is. But from now henceforth, I'll be breaking down all the application steps and not just assume that people know. So I apologize for that. So this is the page for the funding. Now keep in mind that even if you don't see any project that you're interested in now, they keep updating this more and more. So you can always keep checking this. But now we are here with the PhD studentship and the project. So what you do is that you can streamline based on departments. Now, so for the department, depending on the department you want to pick, you can see they have different PhD studentship for it. So if you want to apply for business school, they have 2. For biosciences, they have 14. For chemistry, they have 19. And if you have a specific supervisor that you want to apply with, you can also check out the supervisor's name. But if you're just new, like me, and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to apply for anything, you just want to see what they have, what you do is you go to funding. So why you go to funding is that you want to streamline funding that is for international students. So you're going to be clicking I am a non-European student. So let's load. Now you can also streamline based on discipline, but I'm not going to be doing that. So now for the funding for non-European students, we can see that we have 33 PhD studentship available. So now this is what we have. We have studentship in criminology and law. You can see that the deadline for each of them is quite different. This one, the application deadline is 11th December 2025. We have this one for, I do not know, is Cardiff School of Welsh. So I think this should be written in Welsh. We have this for linguistic, School of English, Communication and Philosophy. We have for international relations and area study pathway. We have different, depending on your program, your department, there are different PhD studentship. You can go to the second one, you can check them out. There's just a lot. So I'm going to be picking two very different ones, and I'll be showing you a step-by-step example of how to apply. So now what does a PhD studentship means? Unlike other programs where they'll just tell you apply for a PhD studentship is usually attached to a funder. So there's a particular funder that is there. Like for this, it is ESRC WGSSS studentship. So that is the funder. And usually they typically have a topic or a research area that they want you to work in. So you cannot just submit any random research proposal from anything that you want or any topic that you're interested in. You have to check. Most of them, they have a topic that the funder or a research area that the funder is funding. So that's the difference between that and just any other PhD where you just submit your PhD proposal and then they can give you scholarship or not. Do you understand? So we're going to be looking at the, let's check for one that catch my eyes. We can look at the ESRC Welsh Graduate School for Social Science Studentship in Politics, International Relations and Area Studies pathway. So what you do is you're going to view details. Now the School of Modern Language at Cardiff University is delighted to offer fully funded Welsh Graduate School for the Social Sciences Studentship in the Global Language-Based Area Studies pathway starting in October 2026. Then they're explaining how language-based area studies draw upon foreign language skills. I'm not going to be reading this. Why? Because it's just explaining what this research is about. You're going to be doing research on Britain, Europe and its member states, African studies, China, Japan, nationalism and identity politics, justice and incarceration, social linguistics, international relations, security and comparative politics. Now they are saying they particularly welcome applications on topics that require knowledge of or a readiness to undertake study of one of the major European languages, Chinese or Japanese. Now applicants should consider approaching a potential supervisor before submitting their application to confirm that there is appropriate, to ensure that there is appropriate supervisory capacity and to discuss their application. Now, information on staff research interests can be found in the Cardiff School of Modern Language. So let me just open that link. In some instances, students may benefit from co-supervision by staff in Cardiff Department of Politics and International Relations. So before we move to the entry criteria, what they are saying is that this funding, right, this is the research areas that they are interested in. So you can see you may want to do a research on Britain, Europe, the identity politics, justice and incarceration. These are the areas that they are interested in, that this funding is interested in, right? And they are saying that they welcome applications on topics that require knowledge or readiness to undertake study of one of the major European languages, that's like Chinese or Japanese. They're also saying for this one, because their funding is the ERCCWGSSS is a funding body. So they are funding more than one student. So what they're telling you is that in order to apply, you have to first find a potential supervisor in this area. Then you can now let the supervisor know. If you have a draft of your research proposal, you can send it to them and let them know that you are interested in being supervised for this particular funding and this particular area. What they usually do is that they can look at your work. If they are interested in supervising you, they can just help you fine-tune your draft and you go ahead with supervision. But first, they give us a link to check for supervisors, so let's do that. So this is the academic staff for School of Modern Languages. Remember, this funding is for School of Modern Languages and what was the other one? Politics and international relation. Yes. So they're divided under Chinese, French, German, Italian, Japanese, and different languages. Now, because they said they are really interested in you doing a research in a different language. So if you do, let's meet the staff from Chinese degree. So under the staff for Chinese degree, you can see some of the staffs, the lecturers, their name and their email. So what you can do is preferably go for the ones that are doctors or professors, because those ones may be the ones that are eligible to supervise PhD. So we can click on this. So this is what her page looks like, and she's available for postgraduate supervision. So that means you can reach out to her if you want her to supervise you. You can see it here that she already said she's available for this. You can look at her publications. That will help you know which area she works in or which area she's interested in researching in. So you can see if that fits the research proposal area that you're interested in. And once you have looked at her biography, her teaching, her research, then you can just send her an email. You can send her an email. This is her email address here. Once you click on it, it's going to take you to email, and then you can send her an email. I'm going to be attaching a draft of a email, or what an email that you are going to be sending to a supervisor should look like. So this is displaying on the screen. This is what it should look like. You can copy this template and use it. It's just very detailed and just something you can send. And you should send to at least 1 or 2 in a school, or even 3. Don't just send to one person and just wait. Look for people that are interested or have similar research in the proposal that you are interested in, or in the proposal topic you are interested in, and send it to them. So after we have done that, once you have done that, let's look at the entry criteria. So now, to receive this studentship funding, you must have qualification or experience equivalent to a UK honours degree at the first or upper second class level or a master's level. So what they mean is that you don't need a master's. Once you have a good honours degree at even bachelor's degree, you can apply for this and you can get funding. Now, if to say you do not have a traditional academic background, that means you do not go to a BS, you do not have a BSc degree, maybe you don't go to university, maybe you went to like a polytechnic or federal college. That's non-traditional academic background. You are also welcome to apply. Now, the duration of this funding is 3.5 years, and if you want to also do an MSc, maybe they see that your qualification or your research experience is not very adequate and you need extra training, they are also going to be funding an extra year of master's degree. So they are going to fund that for you. Now, the international eligibility, studentship are available to home and international students. Now, up to 30% of our cohort can comprise of international students. Now, international students will not be charged the fee difference between UK and international rates. And so that means they're going to be covering all your tuition fee. And as I said, only 30% will be funded. So make sure that you apply as soon as possible. That's only 30% of international students. Now, they are committed to supporting and promoting equality. You can read that yourself. If you have disability or whatever gender identity, reassignment, marital or civil partnership status, if you're also pregnant, if you have maternity leave, whatever, you can apply for it. Now, shortlisted applicants will be invited to interview as part of the interview process. Applicants will be asked to give a short presentation and answer a series of panel questions. Interviews may be conducted in person or via Team. How to apply. Now, guys, if you want me to do a video on how to prepare for your PhD interview or just some of the tips that can help in your PhD interview, let me know. And do you want it as short or as a video? Let me know. Now, how do you apply? The application deadline is 11 December 2025, and you have to include all the required documents. Now, incomplete applications will not be considered. Now, all applications should be submitted via this. So I'm going to be showing you how to submit this. But before that, you have to submit these documents. Your WGSSS application form, your academic CV, which has to have a maximum of 2 pages, 2 academic or professional references. You have to guess the reference yourself. So you're not sending any message or any email to your referees. Degree certificates and transcripts, and if relevant, in proof of English language competency. Now, if you're like in Nigeria or your native language or your first language is English, you do not need to have proof of English language competency. For Nigerians, they are exempted. And I say for Ghanaians too, once you have WAEC and stuff, you are exempted. Now, this is in Wales, so we don't need to look at this. They're just doing this is the transcription in Wales. So first, let's look at what this WGSSS studentship application form looks like. So once you click on it, it's going to take us to this page. Now, it's a 13-page form, and you're going to be filling it in. You can see your application details, the university. Now, so this WGSSS is like a funding body for major universities in Wales. So you have to put the name of the school that you're applying for. So it's going for this one. It's going to be Cardiff University. Do you understand? You even see the drop down menu of the schools that they are funding. So yours is going to be Cardiff University. You're going to enter your eligibility criteria. You're going to just tick the boxes that apply, and just other information about your project and stuff. Now, guys, I don't know if you guys want me to be taking you through all this application step by step. Like, do you want me to tell you some of the things you can write in the box or whatever, or you just prefer the way my videos are? And that will just help me know whether to really break down everything step by step, or you're good with this. So you're just going to be entering a short overview of your project. So that's like a short summary of your project, not necessarily the whole research proposal, just a short summary. Brief overview of academic literature relevant to your field. So that's like literature review. And you're just going to be entering a lot of information, literally about your project, your bibliography reference. So that's your referencing, your language training, whether you have any field work overseas, just your personal statement. Everything is just going to be on this form. This form is going to be very detailed. So please make sure you pay attention and rewrite on. Just write what you write well on this form. And if you have any questions on the form, you can drop it in the comment section, or you can message me. I'm going to be putting my number or my email address at the end of this video, so check it out and you can message me for that. So once you have entered that and you are ready to apply, what you do is go to that link that I told you about, click on Doctor of Philosophy, mode of study, full-time or part-time, whichever one you're interested in. You want to apply for, okay, let me just put this one, should I click on apply now? Portal, you can go on and then apply. You can see you're applying for Doctor of Philosophy. Although it's not meant to be July start, it's meant to be October start. I don't know why there's a problem with that, but yeah, that's how you're going to apply. So that's everything about this particular studentship. I'm going to pick one more studentship and show you how to apply for that, so that I'm going to provide you a detailed video on how to apply for all of them, so that you can be able to watch this video and do it yourself. Okay, so we are done with this one. So let me just scroll down. Let me scroll down and hide the details. So let's go to another one that is interesting. Okay, no, let's go to result 2. Let's go to result 2. So I did one on social sciences. Let me do one on, okay, this is pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences, and the deadline is 20th October 2025. So this one, the deadline is closer, and we are looking at sweet disposition, combating bacterial infections and antimicrobial resistance with designer proteins that target biofilm matrix carbohydrates. And this is the name of the supervisor, Dr. Fabio. Now, this is details of everything. I'm not about to read it because I talk about microorganisms, and I'm assuming not everybody here wants to apply for this. But I'm just going to explain to you what it is. This thing, if you're interested in applying for it, but you have to read and properly understand this thing, because this is what the project is about. This is what the research is about. This is what they are doing work about. So if you are interested in this is what your whole PhD is going to be about. Now, they said the project will proceed through the following objectives. So this is the objective of what they are looking at, what the project is looking at. So you can see that they have 7 objectives. Read it if you're interested in it. I'm not going to even be reading it. Now, what are the eligibility status? It's open to UK and international students, and you'll be fully funded. So your tuition fee would be funded. You'll also get you a stipend. But the only thing is that you will be required to cover the cost of your student visa, your health charge, surcharge, and other costs moving to UK to do a PhD. But they are going to be giving you tuition fee, and you're also going to get a stipend. Now, keep in mind that you can see that some of the studentship don't have, because they don't have the same funders, they don't cover the same thing. The one we did previously did not say anything about you covering your health charge or anything by yourself, but this one they said it. So if you are not sure, you can also message them and confirm. Oh, please, I not say anything. Is it me that will cover this one? Is it me that will cover this one? But you can see that this one they stated it there, but that one they didn't state it. So it's assumed that they may cover some of these things themselves. Now, applicants from the studentship must have obtained or are about to obtain a first or upper second class UK honours degree or equivalent. If you have lower second class degree, you only be considered if you also have a master's. So most of these things, even with BSc, you can proceed and apply for this PhD. Now, if English is not your first language, you need to meet the English language requirements, which is at the link here. You can check that out yourself. How to apply? You're just going to be applying. We'll click on this website. Now, they say you may apply to up to 2 projects and submit 1 application per candidate only. After completing the application for an offer of funding, if successful, you will need to make an application for an offer to study to your chosen institution and complete the online application form that is linked to the DTP website by 5 p.m. on Monday, 20th October 2025. Now, this is the funding. They're going to be covering your tuition fee, and they're also going to be giving you a doctoral stipend, which is about £20,780 per annum each year, and you're going to be getting an additional research training stipend of up to £5,000 per annum. Now, there are other references here and just other information. If you want to apply online, just click on the apply online here. If you are confused about the whole thing, you're like, I need more understanding, click here and make an email inquiry. So to apply online, will go back. Now, you know the funder for this is DTP, that's Biomed to MRC DTP funding. So you click here. Once you click here, it's going to take you to this page. Now, this is the funding body, and this is not the only university they are funding. So if you're interested in things to do with biomed, all those kind of things, you can check out this funder too. They cover other universities too in PhD funding. Now, we'll click on, you see the admission is from 1st September to 20th October. You click on how to apply. It's going to take you to this page. Now, you can see the application, recruitment timeline, applying to DTP for an offer of funding, application to the lead institution, and selection criteria. So there's a lot of information about applying. So let me just break it down for you. for those that are interested in this. Now, stage 1, you're going to be applying to the DTP for an offer of funding. I already showed you some of the projects that you're applying for, but you can also check this project description. There are many projects you can apply for, and they say you can select up to 2 projects to apply for. You now prepare and submit your application. Now, read the guidance on our website or attend one of the webinars and plan the application using these templates before submitting your application. You can only submit 1 application, but you can apply for up to 2 projects with 1 application. If you submit 2, your duplicate will be removed. Then after you have submitted, they will now conduct a review of your application, and then up to 60 candidates will be invited to an interview. Then you will now have an informal meeting with the lead supervisors of your project prior to the formal interview. Now then you have the formal interview, and the panels will include representatives from each of the 4 institutions. Then they will now select up to 17 funded studentship after the formal interview, and it will be allocated based on the rank of successful candidates. So it is not possible to offer applicants their first choice. It's not always possible to offer applicants their first choice projects. Now, there will be a clearing period which will follow until approximately mid-March 2026 until all places have been offered and accepted. For this reason, it is not possible to provide immediate interview results to shortlisted applicants. Then after you have now finished that one, if you are successful, you will now apply for the lead institution for an offer of study after you have secured the funding. So you apply for it. So if you want to apply for that biomed project I showed you, you are going to first be applying to this DTP first for funding. So just read it. I already gone through it for you. Click here on the apply, and this is where you begin your application. This is where the application is. Click on next, and you can enter your information and then apply. Now guys, I told you I'm going to be dropping a hint at the end of this video. I've already dropped a hint for you about emailing supervisors. Also, I'm going to be putting the flyer up so that you can message me if you need any help. If you're interested in if you need someone to help you review your documents, your research proposal, and just guide you through your application process, please make sure you message me down. I have worked with many students to help them, and we have lovely reviews. So if you're interested, make sure you click that. Make sure you hit me up on WhatsApp, send me a message on the email, or check the description box below and you see a link. You can fill that form up, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys, subscribe. I know that some of you that already subscribed don't want me to be telling you to subscribe, but at the back end, my analytics is showing me that 56% of people watching are not subscribed. So please subscribe. We really need to grow this channel. Thank you guys. Bye. Subscribe.